Good morning. Welcome to day number 4. In the devotion for Advent called The Dawn of Redeeming Grace by Sinclair Ferguson, it mentioned the first words of a book are important. They can make you want to read it or not. He read some time ago the biographies of 2 contemporaries that were on opposite sides of the American Revolution. One biography began with an explanation of the subject's complex family tree and various royal connections, and then the other began with these words: "In the cold, nearly colorless light of a New England winter, 2 men on horseback traveled the coast road below Boston, heading north." You can guess what book he read. The first quickly lost my interest. Family connections can be very confusing, and at least to outside the family, interesting to only a few. I wanted to know more about the 2 men on the Boston Coast Road. Who were they? Why were they there in the first place? My attention was captured immediately and was sustained to the last page. The opening section in Matthew's Gospel is not an exactly attention grabber for the most of us. It's a long list of barely unfamiliar names. Some of them we cannot even pronounce. We don't usually read this part of Matthew in the Christmas services. But these opening words would certainly have grabbed the attention of Matthew's first Jewish readers and hearers, and most of them were hearers. Literally, they read, "Book of the Genesis of Jesus Christ, Son of David, Son of God." To a certain generation, Genesis is a famous band from the 1980s and 90s. But for the audience of Matthew, Genesis meant beginning. It was the name of the first book of the Bible, the story of the original beginning. The word choice was not accidental. Matthew's book is the story of a new Genesis, of a new beginning. His gospel and link to the Christian gospel message as a whole, about God establishing his kingdom and beginning what Paul called a new creation. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if anyone is united with the Anointed One, that person is a new creation. The old is gone, and see, a new life has begun. Matthew's opening words are good news for anyone who needs a new beginning. That's why his gospel ends with Jesus telling his apostles, who were all Jews, that they were to go to the ends of the earth. Matthew describes Jesus in these 3 ways. 1, Jesus is the Christ or Messiah. 2, Son of David, descendant of David. 3, Son of Abraham, promised descendant of Abraham. Perhaps a new beginning is what you need most. As you reach the end of another year, is there some aspect of the past 12 months in which you wish you could start over? If so, Matthew wants you to know that you can find the new beginning in Jesus Christ. Let me share a short poem. Earth was waiting, spent and restless, with a mingled hope and fear. And the faithful few were sighing, surely, Lord, the day is near. the desire of all the nations, it is time he should appear. Earth for him had groaned and travailed since the ages first began, for in him was hid the secret, that though all the ages ran, Son of Mary, Son of David, Son of God, and Son of Man. And that was a poem called Earth Was Waiting, Spent and Restless by Walter Chalmers Smith, 1824 to 1908. See you tomorrow.